welcome, welcome. The truth, they call you, and I guess May the 27th is your moment of truth, challenging for your first world title against Brook.
Definitely. This is a fight that I've been wanting. I've been waiting for a long time. You know, it's been a lifelong dream of mine since I started boxing. I finally get my opportunity. And like I said before, I'm coming here to take the title. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Brook is a good fighter, but I feel like I'm a better fighter than him, and I'm the best fighter at 147.
Obviously, there was talk of him moving up. Many felt that he wouldn't defend his title at 147, but glad he had stayed there, and now the fans have, I believe, the best fight in world boxing.
Definitely. I mean, that's what I want. A true champion want to take the title from the champion. You know, you don't want to take the title from somebody you have to fight because a champion vacated. You know, I want to fight the champion, and I want to beat the champion so I can become a true champion. And that's what true champions do.
Brook, the dream is here. Bramall Lane, your city, your club, your time to defend your world title in front of a packed out Bramall Lane. May the 27th, Errol Spence. There was no vacating this title for you.
There were no vacating for me. First of all, I'd like to thank you, people behind Sky, Sky backing me and getting it across the line to get it at Bramall Lane. You know, when I was 6-year-old, my uncle Johnny used to take me down to this, to the ground and said, one day you're gonna fight here and defend your world title. And it's come true. So I'm overwhelmed that I've finally got it across the line this fight. But I'm so happy, like I said, and it took me so long to get this world title. The team around me were telling me to move up in weight. But it's been too hard to get to become IBF world champion. So you got to come here. You got to come to my backyard and take it. Like I had to go over to Sean Porter's backyard and take it away from him. The fact is, all these Americans, we've seen it before, Jeff Lace, there's a lot of hype in it. He seems to, he's looking the part, but he's fighting, Algeria was not a big puncher, a 10 stone coming up, and you're fighting a 50-odd-year-old man in that, the Italian guy. He's never ever fought an animal like me, who so determined to, become great and wipe out this division. After I beat Spence, I want the Thurman of the world and unify all this division. That's what I want to do, Ed.
Of course, when we had the conversations, there was talk of moving up to 154 pounds. But a lot of people just presumed you'd vacate. People goaded you that you just automatically vacate, and that almost pushed you even more to say, absolutely not, this is the fight I want.
Absolutely. When people were telling me that, it made me stick my heels in more, and I need to. It took me too long just to give this title away. It's going to be tough, to make welterweight, but I've got a great nutritionist in Greg Marriott who's going to take me down to the weight slowly. I'm already passing my targets out in training, so I'm looking forward, to getting in there and giving the fans a magnificent fight, because if this guy meant to be the the next big thing, then all I can say is the fans are in for a treat, because that I'm going to bring the heat, on the 27th of May.
Obviously, you lost your last fight, which was hard to take. A great fight against the middleweight unified world champion. How much do you take from that fight, the fact that you went in there, mixed it with him, stood up to his power as well, and now you're moving down to fight effectively a smaller man?
I took a lot from that, from the Golovkin fight. Everybody ripped me off. I went in there, I showed what balls I had to get in there and put it on him, it busted me out in the second round, but I still stood there, and I stood in the middle of the ring, and I had it out with him. I learned a lot from that, because he's a huge puncher, and I believe me making welterweight, I'm the biggest welterweight out there, so I believe that I'll be bullying these guys. I believe that I'm going to be so fast, fit, because when I do have to really grill myself to make that welterweight weight and put the weight back on healthfully, I'm like a beast in that ring the day after. So I'm looking forward to chucking some chocolate brownies at Spence. I'm looking forward to it, and the only one truth in this fight is Errol's going to get beat.
Adam, I know you sure you've got some questions for the gentleman at the table.
Yeah, Errol, obviously you've had a really sweet rise up to this point. What makes you believe that you can, obviously the Golovkin fight apart, really become the first man to beat Brook? What is it in your arsenal that makes you different to everyone else he's fought?
I believe in my skills. I've been in there and I sparred with a lot of great fighters, Floyd, Lamont Peace and Sean Porter, and I went toe-to-toe and tick for tack with the best of them. I believe in my skills, I believe in my ability, I believe in my coach having a great game plan and coming in to win.
What did the great Floyd Mayweather say when you worked together?
He said I was a great fighter. He just said I needed to work on a little bit of patience, and that comes with fighting. And I was 4-0 at that time.
And what do you feel about what Kel was saying about the strength that he has at welterweight, that he's the most powerful welterweight in the world, that he's bigger and stronger than everybody else? And do you worry about that?
I'm not worried about that at all. I mean, I'm not a guy that walk around at 160, 165. I get up to 170 and the high 170s too. So I'm strong, I'm fast, I hit hard too at welterweight too, so I'm a big welterweight too.
And tell us, obviously, you've been over here before to the Olympics, so you don't mind the travelling. You're obviously going to come in front of 25, 30,000 Brits. That doesn't faze you in any way, or does that spur you on more?
Don't faze me at all. It's all motivation. I've been over here 3 times as an amateur, but it's going to be totally different as a pro. 30,000 plus fans all rooting for Kell Brook, and I'm excited to upset him.
What are you going to do differently in the fight to anyone that's faced Kell Brook before?
It's a game plan that we're not going to discuss right now. My coach got it, and we're going to discuss it during training camp.
But you believe that you've got the slick southpaw skills and the power to be able to take this title home?
Definitely.
Kel, let's bring you in. First of all, what after the Golovkin fight, you obviously came to terms with losing for the first time, but were you proud of yourself about the way you went about the rounds of action? Because from our point of view, it was a hell of a fight.
I were excited during the fight. I was gutted because the fight got stopped basically, and I'm just gutted just to see how I would have gotten. If I would have been able to see, I believe that gave it Golovkin, and I believe that I could tell at the end of the round and during the fight that he was slowing down, and I think I was going to take over.
Do you think you would have beaten him if the
I believe so. I've till that stage I'd never dreamt of losing. So I'm a champion. I go in there every single fight to win. I'm determined to win.
In the weeks afterwards, obviously losing your unbeaten record, which was intact and so impressive for so long, were there moments that you thought, what next? Was there, a depressive period?
Yeah, of course. Nobody likes to lose, and I had the longest reigning, unbeaten record in Britain, and I wanted to keep hold of it. Absolutely good. That I'd lost in such a big fight, but like I said, I've learned a lot from that fight. And I want blood. I want the truth blood.
I know you've only seen snatches of the fight with Danny Jacobs at the weekend, but do you believe maybe that Gennady Golovkin won't quite be the same again since you've shared a ring together?
Nobody's been going the distance with him. So I believe that I did knock the stuffing out of him in that fight. I think I put the blueprint out there. And I remember watching bits of footage, and even Jacobs mentioned that his friend were on the phone to him saying Kell Brook's upsetting Golovkin and everything else. So I believe that they went in there knowing that he's not invincible, which it was a close fight and they went the distance.
A great deal's been made about your weight. Obviously, you're saying that you are the biggest, strongest welterweight in the world, but there were people that thought you should maybe go back at light middle because of obviously fighting at middleweight. How happy are you with getting down to 10 stone 7 and being strong when you do it?
I'm definitely not happy about it. But I'm an experienced fighter. I know what I need to do. I've done it before. I'll do it again. I'm so determined to come in, leave no stone unturned. Follow the diet to a T. Don't be sneaking downstairs in the kitchen and going in the fridge. None of that's happening in this fight. I've got to be meticulous. I've got to make sure I do everything. Because I'm coming here. For mine and my uncle's dream to be here at Bramall Lane, and I'm gonna bring so much energy from my fans. It's going to be a fantastic night for everyone in Yorkshire.
Is that as much a motivation for you that it's here at Bramall Lane outside in front of your people than it's against Errol Spence, this brilliant American?
It's brilliant American. Yeah, we're gonna see how brilliant he is, but if he's as brilliant as he says he is, he's gonna bring out the best in me. I'm gonna draw so much energy from all the fans here. It's gonna be a fantastic, spectacular night. So the fans are gonna get a fantastic treat on the 27th of May.
You've always liked being up against it, you know, the underdog with Sean Porter out in the States. I think Eddie was saying that the bookies are making Errol Spence favourite here. Does that spur you on? Do you relish those opportunities?
Of course I do. You know, everybody's got their own opinion. You know, nobody's really seen the real Cal Brook, and I believe we're going to get it the 27th of May. You know, I think this is my time. This is for me to go out there and show exactly what I've got. You know, I'm gonna need everything in this fight, I believe. You know, and I'm gonna go out there and do it.
You say you need everything. Is that because of the dangers that he brings, the southpaw speed and skills? Just sum Errol Spence up as a fighter.
You know, I've not really seen all this. I've seen little bits there, but you know, he's looking the part. But like I said, he's never fought anything, not even come close to anything like me. So we're gonna have to see. He could spar with Mayweather and all these. That's sparring. When you get under here and every one of my fans wants his blood and it's a proper fight, that's when we're gonna see what it's made of. When I hit him on chin with one of these, that's what's gonna happen.
I want to change. Let's stop talking about fighting Triple G. That's a fight he lost. Let's talk about the fight he won. So there's no consolation prizes in boxing. So, but if you keep talking about a fight that he gave a good effort in, that's giving him a consolation prize. Sugar Leonard moved up to fight Marvin Hagler and beat him. Sugar Leonard moved up to fight Donnie Lalonde and beat him. He can keep talking about that. Let's not talk about if y'all giving him a victory for taking the fight, giving him a victory for getting stopped in a fight. The reality of it is that he did not win a fight. So nobody ever talks about the fights that they lose. So let's not talk about the fight that he lost. He's in a bigger fight now than he had then. Just because that guy was a bigger guy means nothing. He was slow. He had slow feet. And
So
he-
basically,
and-
we
and
can
wait,
draw
what I'm saying is
comparisons to
that-
Leonard Bunda
No,
when
what-
Cameron was a 40-year-old has-been passed-up fighter.
we're not
We can
talking-
draw
but he
comparisons
beat
all day
Bundy,
long.
he beat Bundy.
It makes a difference.
We're not talking. We didn't.
You
mention-
can win again. You can lose
I didn't
against a
mention-
good guy,
I didn't
and you can
mention
beat a
that.
rubbish guy. It's
I
the
didn't-
same.
I didn't mention.
It's the
Bundy,
same. So
man.
Leonard Bunda, we can take nothing from it.
I didn't
People were
mention-
raving about that victory, but it doesn't mean anything as much as it
I
means
haven't mentioned
Golovkin.
it. I haven't mentioned
No,
it.
but I have.
But what I'm saying is this is that.
So we can talk. We're not talking about Golovkin. We're talking about Kell Brook and Spence. That's all we need to talk about. We don't need to waste time. We've talked about that
He quit in the fight with Triple G. He quit in the fight with Triple G. The fight was over. He didn't say no. Don't stop the fight.
No, I didn't quit. I stopped the fight.
I know
Stopped
you
the
stopped
fight, and
the
luckily I did
Right, you
because
need to realise, yeah.
Spence was going to get his chance.
Coming over here.
Spence was
you
going to
can
get
have a
his
look at
chance to
this
take this
yeah?
belt.
This is what you're going to do. Look at it. This is staying here.
I got
You're
you.
getting some of this.
I'm knocking you out. I promise.
We're going to see
I promise you're gonna be a bad day. I promise you're gonna be a bad day.
Alright, watch what happens when I get my hands on you,
I don't
bro.
even know what a chocolate. What is a chocolate brownie? What is it?
One of these there.
That's-
Watch what happens.
Chocolate brownie. You named it that?
The one true fizz. You're
That's
gonna
so
get
lame.
beat. That's
Chocolate
the truth.
brownie.
That's the truth. You're gonna
You get cootie points for that?
Hey, come on, man. This is mine. It's staying here.
That's
We'll see.
Well, no,
Yeah,
you
but
didn't.
we'll see.
Listen,
We'll
this is
see.
the reality of this. The night of the fight, you
Made
get
a
to
big
keep that
mistake,
anyway.
Mike.
Yeah, alright, we gonna see.
Keep that, but we'll
We
take
gonna
the
see.
new one.
You're gonna see.
Yeah, they're
Have a
gonna
good
send the
look
new
at
one
this.
out.
Have a good
You
look.
can
Go and
keep
go
that.
sightseeing
They're
around
gonna
Sheffield
send the new
because
one out.
that's all you're going to go away with. Sightseeing, not this. Understand that, yeah?
You're a clown. We gonna see.
We'll see about that, boy.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we said. We're talking about a loss. You gonna keep.
We're still talking about Golovkin. Can we just move on? We've gone over that one. Time,
No,
too much
you're gonna
time.
get to keep that, but we're gonna get the new
No,
one.
this is staying
They're gonna
here.
send us a new one.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no, no
all
one
right,
for
all right,
you.
yeah, okay.
You can come again.
Alright.
Yeah.
Dude
Yeah,
had two.
you do it.
Dude had 2 good rounds with Triple G. Wow. Willie Monroe did the same thing. You did the same thing. You had 2 good rounds with Triple G, and you hyped off that. You living off that.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what you've
How
got.
long you been pro?
The difference is
How long you been pro?
Kell Brook finished on his feet and Monroe
How long you
finished on
been
his
pro? You only
back.
fought 2 fighters since you been pro. Sean Porter and who? And Triple G.
That's it.
We'll
And
see.
how long you been pro?
And your
How long I been pro?
And your fight.
What's your record?
Who have
What's
you
your record?
boxed? Who have you actually boxed?
Your
Tell
first,
me.
your first
Only
25
one
fights.
name.
Your
One name,
first
Errol.
25 fights.
One
What was your
decent
opponent
name.
wins?
One decent
What's
name,
your
Errol.
opponent wins? Your first
Algeria.
25 fights.
It's Algeria.
Huh?
Who's the best guy you boxed? Who's the best guy he's boxed?
Who's the best
Can
guy?
anybody
Who's
tell
the
me?
best guy you boxed?
Adam?
874 losses.
Got a good guy?
What was your? When
And how many wins?
Who's the best guy you boxed, Errol? Who is it? Tell me the best guy you think you've boxed. Tell me. Who is the best guy?
Chris Algieri.
Right, that's your best guy.
I
All right,
stopped him.
that's your best guy. Our best guy,
Wanna do
our
12
best
rounds
guy,
each
apart
term?
from
I stopped
Golovkin,
him.
in the fight that we won was Sean Porter. That's our best guy, right? And you beat Chris Algieri. Chris Algieri, a 10 stone light welterweight guy.
I give him props for Sean.
That's
I give him props
it.
for
Exactly. So the best guy you
props for
boxed is Chris Algieri. The best guy we boxed and won is Sean Porter.
I give him props for
That's
that.
it.
Could've
That's
won
the
the fight.
comparison.
Props for that,
So
though.
the press can make their mind up. You can make your mind up. We already know. The best guy we lost to was Golovkin. Fair enough. Yeah, we did. But the best guy we beat was Sean Porter, which is still 10 times better than Chris Algieri.
But listen, if Sean Porter was better that means nothing. That means nothing.
We're gonna find out. Yeah, we will.
Yeah, we definitely gonna find out.
We will find
Took
out.
you long enough.
I'm the South Coast Slayer.
Took you long enough.
I'm the South Coast Slayer.
That's right.
That's your new name
South
now?
Coast never gonna distance for me.
Alright, we gonna see.
That's,
Yeah,
you
go
don't
for
know
it.
little bitty small guys, are you for real, man? Come on now.
Come on.
That means nothing.
No, see,
Mike Tyson was a killer until he went into a boxer,
I come
huh?
back. Alright.
Wasn't he?
We're not thinking of moving up to
George
it.
Foreman wasn't killing until he
We're not
went
thinking of
down.
reviewing. We're just talking about this one welterweight.
What I'm talking about, when you show your muscles like that, muscles mean nothing.
You don't. You can't put muscle on your chin.
This is not a flex.
You can't put muscle on your chin.
We
You
can
can't
fight
do
though.
that.
We can fight as
I
well.
know you can. I know you can. Yeah. We didn't listen. We like the fact that you can fight, that you are a good fighter. It means nothing to beat somebody who can't fight. It means something.
And Errol's had plenty of experience of that. Plenty.
It means
He's
something.
yeah, I
did
did a couple of
too.
fights for like
Yeah, I
that.
did
8
too.
fights in a
Man,
year.
you fought
Boxing.
somebody with 185 losses. In America, they wouldn't even sanction a fight like that.
Oh, I think they would. I've
185
seen
losses.
some bad
You
fights in
serious?
America.
185 losses. That guy would not be allowed to box.
185.
Listen, when you look at it like this, when you were 21-0, you had your opponents had 874 losses, right?
You've done the numbers, yeah.
So listen,
You've
so
done
when
the
you
numbers.
so if you divide that
You
up,
weren't an accountant in a
if you-
previous
if you
occupation.
divide
Yeah.
that up, that
You're
means
good-
there were
you're good at
13
figures.
wins and 40 losses per person. 13 victories, 40 losses. How are you talking? How did you make it to this point? That's why it took so long, because you all decided forever to fight a legitimate fighter.
Who was a legitimate fighter?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm waiting. You're
You're
fighting one
a
now.
boxing coach and a trainer. You don't know.
Huh? What did you say?
I said you're a boxing coach and a trainer. You don't know what a legitimate fighter.
I said
We've
who?
already done the
I didn't say
comparison.
what, I said
The
who.
comparison was Chris Algieri and Sean Porter.
We're not
That's
talking about
it.
that's in the past.
No, that's what we're talking about. The best fighters
We're
that they both face.
We're not talking about
The
that.
best wins, his best win by his own admittance is Chris Algieri, who was coming up from 10 stone. Our best fighter is Sean Porter. If we put Sean Porter in with Chris Algieri, who would win? Sean
We
Porter
don't know.
would kill
We
him.
don't know. We
But
have no
that
idea.
doesn't mean because Sean Porter's going to beat up Chris Algieri or Chris Algieri's going to beat Sean Porter that it's going to make a difference in this fight. We're talking about their best opponents. That's what we're saying. So on paper, the best guy he's boxed is Algieri, and the best guy we've boxed him with is Porter. That's the end of it. Any other comparison doesn't matter
And I say-
unless they box the same guy,
Yo,
which they haven't
Brook
boxed
is
the same
best
guy.
fighter we've
So
ever
if
fought.
he'd have boxed the same guy as
Best
Kel
fighter
and
he's
he'd
ever
have beat him in
fought.
better fashion, then we could make a comparison, but we can't. We can only go on the best wins. And the best win is a 10 stone kid who got put down 3 or 4 times with Manny Pacquiao.
6 times.
Well, 6 times then. After 4 I stopped counting. So if that's your best, fair enough. Great, bring it on the night and we'll see.
Pacquiao could
We'll see,
knock him
simple as
out.
that. Listen, it's not me fighting, it's not you fighting, it's these two.
That's right.
Or even if it were me and you, I think I still get the edge.
And I definitely got the same haircut.
He's better looking, he's better looking.
They can stop. They can start a training boxing league. I'm good for that.
Derek, you started all this.
No, I
You
didn't.
know, it was very peaceful and calm.
No. I'm just being honest though. I would
Listen.
love to see people talk about their victories and their successes,
Don't worry.
not their losses.
Don't worry. I think when you get involved in a fight the size of Triple G, people are going to talk about it, but it doesn't matter. This is. I can't wait. I can't wait.
It's gonna be
You
good.
excited? Errol, are you excited?
Definitely.
Yeah?
Ready.
This is what it's all about. This is 2 elite fighters, the World Welterweight Championship, May the 27th, Bramall Lane, Sky Sports box office, Showtime Boxing, no better place. Tickets will go on sale on Fight Pass next Thursday. That's not tomorrow, that's next Thursday. General sale on Friday. the 31st of March. We'll be releasing the ticket prices and all the plans in due course. We are going to pose here for head-to-head shots between the fighters and definitely not the trainers. And then all the guys are going to be available for one-on-ones as well. I think we're going to have a photo outside under the stand, not in the rain.
Michelle
Thank you for
Joy
coming.
Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking right here.